By the 8th of March, the 2nd SS Panzer Corps reached Kharkov and encircled the city. General Oberst Hermann Hott, commanding the 4th Panzer Army, advised against direct urban combat, preferring encirclement tactics. However, the Waffen SS commanders, eager for a swift victory, initiated a direct assault. While some units adhered to flanking maneuvers, the majority engaged in brutal street fighting, pushing the Red Army out block by block. The SS Panzer Corps aimed to cut Soviet communications west of Kharkov before pivoting north to encircle the city. Advancing along a wide front, the SS Panzer Corps moved swiftly and was joined on its left by the Großdeutschland Division from the Army Abteilung Kempf. By the 9th of March, the German forces reached Kharkov's western outskirts, facing 3 Soviet armies. Despite orders from Hott to avoid urban combat, the SS Panzer Corps engaged in the fight, driven by a determination to avenge their earlier retreat. Hauser exploited ambiguous orders which allowed for an attack only under favorable conditions, and planned an assault for the 9th of March, with operations commencing on the 10th of March. Delays due to traffic and Soviet resistance pushed the attack back a day. This attack was coordinated among the SS division. Thus Reich advanced from the west, Leibstandarte from the north, and Totenkopf provided screening in the northwest. Each division formed Kampfgruppen or battle groups tasked with advancing along designated roads. Kampfgruppe Krass under SS Sturmbannführer Hugo Krass contained the 1st Battalion of the 2nd SS Panzergrenadier Regiment. Kampfgruppe Sandig under SS Sturmbannführer Rudolf Sandig contained the 2nd Battalion of the 2nd SS Panzergrenadier Regiment. Kampfgruppe Hansen under SS Sturmbannführer Max Hansen contained the 3rd Battalion of the 2nd SS Panzergrenadier Regiment. Kampfgruppe Witt under SS Standartenführer Fritz Witt contained the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd Battalions of the 1st SS Panzergrenadier Regiment in 2 subunits under Sturmbannführer Albert Frey and Wilhelm Weidenhaupt, and the 2nd Battalion of the 1st SS Panzer Regiment. Kampfgruppe Meyer under SS Sturmbannführer Kurt Meyer contained the Divisional Reconnaissance Battalion and the 1st Battalion of the 1st SS Panzer Regiment. Division Das Reich attacked from the west with Kampfgruppe Harmel under SS Obersturmbannführer Heinz Harmel, which contained the 1st and 3rd Battalions of the SS Panzergrenadier Regiment Deutschland and a few tanks from the 2nd SS Panzer Regiment. At 4 a.m. on the 11th of March, a 4-pronged attack into Kharkov started. Kampfgruppe Sandig advanced along the Dergachi-Kharkov road but encountered fierce resistance from Soviet forces entrenched on the high ground. Their advance was slow, reaching only the Severny railway yards by nightfall. Kampfgruppe Krass assaulted at 3 a.m. but faced immediate counterattacks from Soviet tanks. Stuka bombers were called in to support the attack, allowing the Panzergrenadiers to gain ground despite suffering heavy losses. Kampfgruppe Witt, advancing down the Belgorod-Kharkov road, encountered a Soviet counterattack near the airfield but repelled it and entered the city by 7. Kampfgruppe Meyer approached from the northeast, securing eastern roads but faced supply shortages and repeated Soviet assaults. On the western flank, Das Reich joined the battle, pushing along the Poltava road. Kampfgruppe Harmel was halted by an anti-tank ditch fortified with artillery. Despite General Hoth's instance to redeploy Das Reich to the northeast, Hauser argued against breaking off mid-battle, instead assigning Totenkopf forces to secure that sector. During the night of March the 11th, Kampfgruppe Harmel infiltrated Soviet defenses, capturing key positions and enabling the advance towards Kharkov's central railway station by the morning. Leibstandarte continued its offensive on the 12th of March. Kampfgruppe Sandich breached the city's northern defenses, reaching the railway yards by 10 and seizing the station by nightfall. Love diving deeper into military history? This video is supported by my YouTube members who get exclusive videos weekly, not available anywhere else for their kind support. You can join their ranks easily. Just hit the join button now to get the exclusive videos and much more. Thank you for supporting me. I couldn't be doing it without your help. If you want to know more about Germany's panzer tactics, check out my ebook in the description. Kampfgruppe Kras overcame Soviet positions and engaged in intensive house-to-house combat in Pavlovka. Kampfgruppe Witt broke into smaller units to clear buildings near the Dzerzhinsky Square in the center of the city. By nightfall, Hansen's battalion had encircled the square despite Soviet snipers in the Gazprom building complex. Piper's battalion linked up with Hansen's forces and pushed southeast to secure a bridge over the Kharkov River. Kampfgruppe Meyer, operating in the east, secured critical roads but endured repeated Soviet attacks. On the 13th of March, Kampfgruppe Witt pressed towards the Kharkov River, while Hansen's unit linked up with Piper's bridgehead on the Moscow Avenue. The Soviet resistance intensified, forcing the Germans into brutal urban warfare, clearing each block building by building. Frey's battalion maneuvered around the city to cut off Soviet retreat routes. By noon, Piper had expanded his bridgehead and linked up with Meyer's forces. Meanwhile, Kampfgruppe Kras advanced through Piper's bridgehead, while Kampfgruppe Sandich established another crossing. Das Reich, except for a small detachment, was withdrawn north, leaving Leibstandarte to complete the battle. Fierce street battles marked the 14th of March. Kampfgruppe Witt and Meyer's unit fought their way through the city's final Soviet-held sectors. By evening, the German forces had secured control over Kharkov. Meanwhile, the 48th Panzer Corps, supported by Kampfgruppe Harmel, cut off Soviet escape routes across the Donets River. On the 18th of March, the SS Panzer Corps launched an attack along the Kharkov-Belgorod railway, capturing Belgorod from the Soviet 69th Army within 4 hours. The Soviet forces of the Voronezh front withdrew to defensive positions on the eastern bank of the Donets River. The Third Battle of Kharkov ended with a German victory. Despite the difficult circumstances, Manstein executed a masterful counteroffensive, restoring stability to the Eastern Front, at least temporarily. SS Obergruppenführer Paul Hauser's SS Panzer Corps gained a great victory in the Third Battle of Kharkov, where it destroyed substantial Soviet forces and recaptured the city. The elite Waffen SS divisions were frequently deployed where the fighting was expected to be the harshest. Many of its casualties were in the city of Kharkov itself, which only fell after 5 days of intense, close-quarter combat. It was solely a Waffen-SS victory, the feat being achieved by the Leibstandarte, das Reich, and the Totenkopf divisions. After enduring the losses necessary to retake the city's blood-sustained streets, the SS Panzergrenadier Division Leibstandarte renamed Kharkov's main square. Previously, it was called the Dzerzhinsky Square, and it was renamed as the Platz der Leibstandarte in the honor of the fallen. Kharkov was retaken, and for the time being, the Eastern Front seemed to have stabilized. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to support my channel, check out the PayPal donation link in the description or consider becoming a member. To make sure you don't miss my future work, subscribe to my channel please and press the bell notification button. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.